For my guest today, we have Mr. Bill Rodier. He is the Executive Director for the St. Landry Parish Economic Development. And he's here today to share with us information about different programs that he's doing, especially for entrepreneurs and existing business owners, and also economic development in the area. And we just go from there. Yeah. Bill, man, yeah. Nice to have you on board today.
Yeah, Greg, thank you for being here. Merry Christmas, a couple days early.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So I know you're involved over here in the St. Landry Parish, where you're helping existing business owners, of course, but you're also helping entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about an overall view, what you do before getting to the program as far as for the entrepreneurs?
Yeah, there's a lot to that. It's a scary thing when somebody has a business idea or something that they think is a legitimate business idea, or maybe they've already started a small business and are kind of wondering if they're on the right track. There's a lot to it. It's a big step in people's lives. So it's often something that's very difficult to address in economic development because it's kind of the grassroots. You're really down in the weeds and you're helping just the little small guy trying to make things come up. So we're sitting in a building right now on I-49 in South Opelousas where my primary economic development offices are located, but it also serves as a business incubator. And we've got an eclectic mix of businesses that are in here, everything from a CNC machining operation that sits in the back to a painting and pressure washing company to trucking companies, just to a lot of different things in here.
Okay.
And what we do, this center is meant to foster collaboration amongst those small businesses.
Okay.
So when they come in, they can kind of share ideas amongst each other, learn from each other a little bit.
Networking.
Yeah, exactly. Because they all say, regardless of the business, they all face some similar challenges when it comes right down to it. Maybe it's things with payroll or accounting software or different things like that. We also have the businesses in here. We work in close collaboration with the Small Business Development Center based out of UL Lafayette. And they come in to our facility every second Tuesday, and they sit down and meet with businesses here or other interested small business owners and provide confidential counseling services in one of our boardrooms here.
Okay.
So that could be everything. If you've got a business idea, what's it take to get that to a business plan to get it up and running? Maybe you're a business that has a couple employees and you need to take a big step to add that third or fourth employee, but you're not really sure if you're ready to do that because you don't really understand your cash flow. So it's a learning curve, for a lot of these folks. And that's what we're here. We're here as a resource to just for small business and interested small business owners that you're not on your own, that there are people, there are services. The services are free of charge with the partnership agreements that we have. You can contact my offices here. You can set appointments with that. We have no cost every month. We have no cost business seminars. For example, we recently had how to effectively use Google to help promote your business, and how to effectively use LinkedIn and Facebook to promote your business, and how to do a marketing plan, and a lot of just fundamental things like that. I think the biggest challenge that we have, Greg, is particularly with the small business. We offer a lot. We are connected to a lot of resources, but really making people aware that we're here and that we are that kind of a resource, because often people view economic development as bringing in the next Walmart distribution center, which I'm not. Yeah, I'll take another Walmart distribution center. Don't get me wrong, but that's really only a small part of what we do. It's a real diverse mix of things that we do, and we have a facility here, as you've kind of been able to look. Yeah. I mean, it's come a long way.
Yes, it has.
This is a nice place here.
Well, I tell you what, I do know that when it gets involved with the small business entrepreneurs, a lot of them have a lot of, say, good ideas, And I hate to say this, but you usually listen to other small business owners, or even non-business owners telling them how to run the business. And you figure that coming to you would be too expensive or too much involved, when you are here for that specific reason to help them.
That's right.
And I find that a lot of small entrepreneurs rely on other people, in some cases, who are not even business oriented.
That's right.
To tell them what to do.
Right, that's right.
And rather than go to someone that can put the A, B, C, D all in order.
That's right. And I'm glad you say that, Greg, because it really is, the fact of the matter is that a large percentage of small business startups in America, which are, it's still the backbone of America.
Yes, it is.
But a large percentage of people that embark on that journey don't succeed. In the first 3 years, in fact, they
About 90% don't succeed.
Yeah. And there's very common mistakes that sometimes people don't make them aware of. They often think that that business is going to support them and their family for the first 3 years, whereas the business kind of needs to grow on its own, and you need to have a means to live aside from your business.
Yes.
If you don't have a good quality business plan and get some solid input on that, chances are you're not going to be able to sustain that first 3 years. Just like you and I needing a plan for our professional development or organizational development. If you don't have a plan, it's really tough to make that successful.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes people have the best of intentions in giving advice to someone with a good idea, but if they don't give them the right information.
Yeah, well, I tell you, I hate to stop this right now, but we'll come right back to the next segment. We're back today talking with Bill Rodier. He's the Executive Director for the St. Landry Parish Economic Development. And hopefully he's going to continue and pick up where he left off.
Yeah.
Well, Bill?
Yeah, let me do that. Let me kind of expand a little bit from where we did leave off. Greg, when we talk about small businesses and we talk about this business incubator, accelerator, that doesn't mean that we're not here to reach out to businesses that have their own location.
Right.
You know, I've talked with, in my time in economic development, a lot of businesses that have been in these communities for many, many years, maybe generations.
Yes.
It's a little bit frustrating, Jim, to hear and read headlines that a new business coming in that's never had any tie to Louisiana is getting all this help and getting all these incentives and things like that. But again, the awareness that we're here for them, and to me, that may be the most important asset that we have there, because there are businesses right here, right now, that are operating. So if they're considering a business that's maybe a little bit larger, maybe considering an expansion of their facility, maybe they need to add a physical addition to their facility, maybe they're considering adding some new equipment that might add some employees to do that, it's important that those businesses contact us so we can make sure that all the available incentives available through state government or maybe even federal government can be applied to help those businesses that are here.
Right.
It's not going to make all the difference in the world, but it makes
it might solve a problem that they've been running into.
It makes a difference. And often we can be a connector and a bridge builder to our local businesses. Maybe they're having a problem with permitting in local government with a project or something that they just can't get around. Our job is to have those relationships and do that legwork for them.
Yes.
Kind of a bridge between the government and the business community on getting things done, on benefit for the business. Again, similar like we talked about with the small businesses and not being aware of some of the resources, businesses that may be located anywhere around St. Landry Parish, making them aware that we are here as a resource for them. We're not a cost resource for them. And I almost hate to say that, because sometimes when you say things are free, you don't think you're getting good quality service. But that's not the case. We have a very professional, dedicated staff that is committed to a high quality of service. And we are by no means an 8-to-5 organization. We are willing to go virtually any place, anytime.
Yeah, I know you guys are.
Of our businesses here in this
Well,
parish.
the thing is, I'm going to tell you, like, I bring this up all the time because Clarence Hawkins, director of USDA, right? Let's face it, United States Agricultural Department, right? You know what he told me? The public only knows us by the stamp on the meat. And that's it.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, other than that, they don't know nothing about us.
Right.
And just like they have 5 different departments with all kinds of programs that people are not aware of. You got programs that are out there and people don't even know you exist. They see the name, but they don't associate what you do.
That's right. And you know, we could sit and talk, like you did with Clarence about his programs. But chances are people listening are going to forget, well, I remember something about that. And what our world is really all about with the business community is building relationships. If you've got a challenge or you've got questions or you just kind of want to find out more, all it takes is sit down and have a cup of coffee one day. It's about those relationships. We put a tremendous value This area is built on relationships. It's that's part of the culture for sure in this area,
Yes,
as
yes.
you know.
Yes, it's always
and
been.
we put a huge value on that relationship building with our business community. We're always very busy, but we're never too busy to sit down and build those relationships and answer questions to people that, could be in any stage at any size of a business here in St. Landry Parish. And most of the time, we can provide some valuable connections, something of value to that business.
Well, let me just say this, is you are also connected with the Lafayette Parish and everything else, but people have to understand, if someone from Lafayette Parish comes see you, you're not going to turn them away.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Or even Alexander comes down and says, oh, let me stop over there,
Yeah.
You're for everybody.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, that's right. As you say that, I'm actually the chairperson of the Acadiana Economic Development Council. That's a representative of all the economic developers in Acadiana, in 7 parishes. So
Right.
I'm very much a part of it, as are my peers. So
Yes.
we're not in competition of each
No,
other.
no.
We work to support each other, but sometimes I don't have the resources here. Maybe they have at the Port of Iberia. I have a small on the Chaffalaya River, a shallow draft port, but I just don't have some. We all have some unique assets and some unique things. I-49 doesn't run through Evangeline Parish, for example, but they have different things that I don't. So we work together. We don't work in competition with each other. And absolutely, for example, if a business from North Lafayette or Carencro wanted to find, if it was maybe a light transportation company that wanted to use my loading dock facility and warehouse for a business startup,
Right.
we wouldn't say, you're not from St. Landry Parish, you can't come here.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be anything because those things may not exist in Lafayette Parish, which is as much as they have to offer. So we work together all the time. We're in communication regularly. Businesses, we understand, don't necessarily recognize the political line divisions as some of us do in the governmental structure.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is going to end our second segment, and we'll be back with Bill to continue. We're back with Bill Rodier. He's the Executive Director of St. Landry Parish Economic Development, and he's going to pick up where he left off.
Well, where we left off, Greg, we were talking about, we started out talking about a business incubator, accelerator, and we're working with real micro businesses and entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
We also talked about the importance of businesses are here. And those might be businesses from 20, 50, 100 people, and getting them connected to the right resources is part of their growth plan that they may not be aware of. We talked about the sense of awareness of what be impossible for the average person.
Right.
I eat, live, and breathe this stuff 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, I do too.
So it's my world, and it's my job to
to
be aware of some of the latest resources and assets that might be available to that business. One of the things that people often don't recognize about economic development is what it can do for communities and how important our involvement in helping communities develop and recognize what communities have, helping community leaders develop and make themselves more aware of what it means to be a progressive community. Government, by its nature, is kind of set up to be reactive. It just reacts as things to happen. But in today's world, resources are short. There's not a lot of money coming from the state and the federal government as there was at one time to help our communities grow. So we really have to provide that foundation to a lot of businesses. And again, this comes back to where we can really be a good bridge with the businesses to the community part of it, to take some of the frustration out of that. And I'd also like to piggyback on just the importance of some of the things we do related to connecting the education community.
That's big too.
We're very involved in the K-12 school systems, and not trying to tell K-12 schools what to do, but making sure that they know that the business community is there to support their efforts, to advocate for quality graduates that bring value to the workplace when they get out of high school. We have 2 colleges here in St. Landry Parish. We have LSUE, it sits on the far west side in Eunice. By the way, had the highest increase of enrollment of any college in Louisiana over the fall semester. They'll probably do better than that in the spring. We also have 2 campuses of the T.H. Harris
Yeah.
SLCC here in Opelousas.
Yes, I know about them.
Yeah. So they play a huge role in what we do in economic development, and a big part of the construction of that bridge to do that. But again, if you're a business owner, I mean, how are you going to know about all this stuff? And it just seems so complicated. And well, what's that going to do for me as a business? Because I got more things to worry about than that kind of stuff.
Well, the thing is, business owners are always looking for good employees.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm sorry to say, sometimes they have difficult finding
that's right.
qualified employees. And that's one of the reasons why I think I started Veterans Corner. I'm not saying that a non-veteran is not qualified. I'm just saying that I'm just trying to help veterans.
Yeah, that's right.
At this time. So at the same time, I will help non-veterans as well.
Yeah, that's right.
The only thing I would tell someone is that, for me, the veterans would get first preference. Other than that, you're on equal footing.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, because once I help and turn it over to someone, it's out of my hands.
Yeah.
But
You know, in a summary, and I know this may seem unusual to some people that we would say, but we are legitimately here to do good things for other people, which depends largely on taking care of our businesses and all their employees here in this parish. And that encompasses so much, but the first step in it is building that relationship. If that's a business CEO that just really doesn't know what to turn with, we're not the end-all, the be-all answer to everything, but we're definitely a resource. And very seldom do we sit down and have that conversation and not walk away with something that says, you know, I'm glad I went over there. I'm glad I reached out and did that. So I would say to any of the audience that has a business or knows somebody with a business or just really has something that's just not working or just has questions or not sure if the resources are there or not sure if they understand a program, if we don't have the answer, we'll find the answer.
See, that's the key.
Right.
You see, because at least you can give them direction.
That's right.
If you cannot answer the question, you will find the resource that will supply the answer.
Right.
And a lot of people out there find that they are unaware of even just that little small service.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
For example, just a quick example, we have the workforce investment for the region that exists here, that operates their offices here out of this facility.
Right.
We have those types of partnerships and relationships. We are doing a regional business accelerator through what's called Innovate Acadiana that could offer up to $30,000 in seed capital for small businesses.
Seed capital?
Yeah, for select businesses that will be starting a 10-person cohort. So we're back to the regional. We're not tying all this together. We're looking at small business. We're looking at St. Landry Parish, but it doesn't have to be a business. You know, there may be other opportunities but you just don't know. Things are moving so quickly. Programs change. People change. We have a change in Washington that'll probably bring a lot of exciting things out, sounds like, to businesses.
Looks like be pro-business the way things are going.
Exactly. Things are changing in state government, and we do our best to keep on top of that, so when people come to us as that resource, that we'll be able to provide those answers.
Well, I'll tell you what, this will end this segment, my friend. So, be back.